Marshmallows, pizza, fish.
So we've been inspired by the Big E. Yes, and me and Johnny have been contemplating it. Everything here is on a stick.
We saw salmon on a stick. We saw pickle on a stick.
Meatballs on a stick.
Meatball on a stick. There was marshmallow on a stick.
Anything.
So we were thinking, is it possible to put comics on a stick? The way I would spin that is put digital comics on a thumb drive. Comics on a stick, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
Do it.
right? So,
Food for thought.
Burgers, veggies, fruit, and more. Put it on a stick. Marshmallows, pizza, fish, and cheese. Put it on a stick. Pants and shoes and dogs and cats. Put it on a stick.
Good night for a title change.
Indie Comics Relay, guys. What do you think of that fight?
What if you found a piece of junk that turned out to be one of the most important items in this universe? And every universe. Meet Joey Swick, your average teen who's about to have his world turned upside down when he stumbles across a curious device in the local junkyard. A glove packed with mysterious and incredible powers. This isn't just any gauntlet. It belongs to the Dimensioneers, a group of godlike beings who control the fabric of reality. Joey and his best friend Monty are thrust into a wild adventure, facing off against the brutal Commander Skullguard, who'll stop at nothing to reclaim his lost property. Will Joey master the Gauntlet's powers in time and survive? Kid Switch is a story about friendship, discovery, and embracing the unexpected. Perfect for readers young and old who love sci-fi, action, and a good dose of slice of life. Your pledges will help fund the artwork, printing, and production of Kid Switch issues 1 and 2. By backing Kid Switch, you're not just getting an awesome comic, you're joining Joey and Monty on an adventure that spans dimensions. Let's make Kid Switch issues 1 and 2 a reality.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Indie Comics Relay. I'm your host, Keith Gleason, creator of the Mighty Mascots and promoter for the Plastic City Comic-Con. With me, as always, Johnny C., creator of Sartana the comic, surrounded by death and the pond. For who, Johnny?
My good cousin Roger Morocco.
Awesome. And our third co-host, the Time Lord of Tangents himself, Harry G. What's going on, Johnny?
Everybody.
You had your finger up. What were you
I
gonna
was just gonna say big shout out to Pam, my Roger's wife, who's in the hospital right now with diverticulitis.
Oh, Roger's in the hospital?
No, his wife is.
Oh,
his
his wife
is. She
is,
has the same
okay.
thing that Kenny Omega had.
Oh, no.
I know, right?
Well, he's coming back on AEW, so Pam should be coming back soon.
I know, right?
Too. I've known a few people with that, and it sounds like it's one of those things that's just like kind of it's just a painful, and like you always kind of have it with you.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It sounds like. So I mean, I don't know. It's kind of early on, so but yeah. Big shout out to my cousin over there. He's hanging out at Newton Wellesley Hospital right now, so he's probably watching us on his cell phone.
Okay. Well, we wish Pam speedy recovery for sure.
Absolutely.
Even though I've never met her, she's married to Roger, so like can't be that bad.
Good people are good people.
Yeah, right. Exactly. How you guys been doing, man? We've only been off a week, and hopefully now we'll be back in our regular schedule after tonight's show. And we are going to try our damnedest to stay at that level. The only time I think we might deviate this year is when there's a holiday. Like sometimes we'll do a double up episode just so we can have the off week be on a holiday or something like that.
Well, today's
a holiday.
Yeah.
Right, I was gonna say. Right.
I was like, we broke rules twice. We had it 2 weeks in a row. Today's a holiday.
Federal though. Federal.
Look, I was very mad at my employer that we were working today. I worked today.
Me too.
Mad about
just
that.
got home from the comic shop.
Racist.
Yeah. Yeah, the comic shop doesn't give a fuck about holidays. You know. So I was there today.
Same with me on
Supernatural number 4 is out this week, Johnny.
What's that?
Supernatural number 4 is out this week.
I gotta read those books. I gotta catch up because I'm a big Supernatural fan. So to see those books out there, I'm psyched.
I'm seeing like a couple new faces just coming in for those books. I mean, it must be Supernatural just has a huge fan base. So I'll try to snag one for you though.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
1, 2, and 3
whenever we figure it out. What's that?
I have 1, 2, and 3 for you too.
Awesome.
Whenever we
thank you for doing that, Keith. That's amazing. I feel like I never have time to make it out to a comic shop, or like I don't have a good local comic shop that I can make it to regularly. Yeah, like if I could have it my way, I would probably go to Bedrock Comics.
Yeah,
because I love Jack and Jim; those guys are great. But I can't make it out there consistently to say, hey, hold the subscription for me. You know what I mean?
Last I heard, I don't think those guys do even new comics anymore.
Oh, I don't know. It's been that long since I've been there.
Yeah,
never in that area.
What's up?
I'm never in that area, so I can, you know what I mean? But I love that shop. It's such a great shop, you know?
Yeah, I love it too. I haven't been there in 5+ years at least. Like,
yeah.
I'm the same though. I'm never down in Framingham, like very rarely. And if I am, I try to go to Holocomics, which is on the other side of 495.
Oh, right. And is that even Framingham still, or is that?
It used to be. No, it's over. It's over more towards Worcester, heading that way.
Yeah.
You know, but those guys are good. I love Jake and those guys over there. And there's so many good shops kind of in our 50-mile radius. Yeah. It just sucks when you don't have one like so close, you know, like
we should do a live from a shop and just feature comic.
You know, Tim at my store has often said that we should do something too, but like
that would be cool.
Just nailing something down in a day and like what the format would be and things like that, you know. It would probably have to be all on a phone camera, you know. Like
well, unless we had a laptop and Wi-Fi, we could probably figure it out.
Unless we brought the laptop and did it that way, and then we all had our own setups or whatever, you know. That would
or fun. We operated on one camera and we had somebody operating on the board.
Yeah, could do something like that. Yeah, it'd be interesting to figure that out, like one of these days, you know. Consider we do all this. Fun. Yeah, it would be, you know, like
just different.
Yeah, definitely. And I'd love to like if we could ever get a groupie or somebody that's into the show so much that could rip the live streams and then like kind of make a podcast for us. That would be cool. Like,
oh yeah, audio. You mean an audio podcast?
Yeah, like I would love to like
the time I would do that too. I would just take the audio and just edit it real quick.
Yeah, all it needs is like a new intro and an end intro, you know, like just suited for audio. And then
you can cut some segments. Some stuff's meant for visual, so you'd have to like, you know,
like the Kickstarter sections and things like that. We'd have to cut, but like, or we have a disclaimer saying, you know, this was a live stream and, you know, you're not going to be seeing some of the visuals, but, go check out the live stream if you want to see this actual Kickstarter.
Yeah. Or just see more. Yeah. Just see more.
Right. Yeah. But like, I just don't, there's not enough time in the day. We're all busy, all three of us. So it's like
crazy. If comics was my full-time thing, then sure, because that would pay into everything else,
the
right?
Promo of it.
Right. It would be a promo, but like, you know, you work a regular job and then you got family stuff and then you know, all these other things. It's tough.
And it comes to like when I have my free time, I'm working on lettering or my own comic or numerous other things. But like, it's something would have to give in order for like us to do that, you know.
Right.
It's so easy to do, but it's the editing part that's like the problem, and then just uploading it every time we're live and that
Editing is time consuming.
Yes,
it's really time consuming.
100%. And I hate to do it if I don't have to.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
Some other exciting news, though. I did do the quick edit of Graydon Square's Majesty Reader demo. That is going to be on the channel on Wednesday night. It's up.
Oh, nice.
Supposed to go live at 6:00. I have some tweets set up to promote it a little bit, but Johnny.
Nice.
So it'll be live Wednesday at 6. So if you want to start like pushing it, I basically just clipped the demo part, like when we go live and we turn the whole thing over to Graydon and he kind of runs with it. So
yeah.
Everyone check that out. This new software we think
huge.
is going to be huge. And especially if
Next
you're
level.
if you're looking for a reason to actually go to a digital comic, this might be the reason to do it. I think it satisfies a lot of itches, like, you know, like, because you often see like books, like I was trying to think of examples like for physical, like you see like artist editions of like, you know, like Jim Lee's like, you know, Batman run or whatever, you know,
right? Director's cut.
Yeah, and it's like digital kind of takes that concept and everything else and mixes it all together. So
yeah,
this is definitely some game-changing software. Have you heard anything from Graydon, Johnny, since he's been on the show? Or
so I talked to him briefly, and I'm trying to work out maybe getting them at a convention.
Yeah,
and
one thing I will
sponsored.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Actually, it would be really cool.
Like thinking Terrificon, New York Comic Con.
Hell, if he can make it out to plastic, I mean,
I
could comp him a table, but I probably wouldn't be able to like pay for much else. Like, I probably won't be able to do a hotel room or anything. But if he wants a table, you can toss that out. Just let me know.
Yeah,
I'll have to because I'm already starting to do that right now too. I sent all the last week we talked about the applications are live and all that stuff, so I'm already getting a bunch, so trying to keep up with that in between all the lettering and everything else I'm doing.
Well, I mean, last year's Plastic City was a hit for a lot of people, so I can imagine people wanting to come back and getting in line and wanting to be there right up front.
Yep, I already sent an email to our pal Dino,
nice,
to see if
he
can
as a guest spot.
What's up
for a guest spot?
Yeah, he couldn't make it last year. He had some conflict, but I'm hoping he has this date open. I'd love to have Dino up.
That would be cool.
I'm waiting for his response, so hopefully he'll get back to me soon. He talked about bringing that girl that was with him at IC3, Whitney Matheson.
Oh yeah.
So I think he'd bring her, or maybe Vito. Vito would be cool if Vito comes up.
Either or both.
Yeah, or both. Yeah, exactly. That'd be friggin' fantastic. So we'll see. So I'm starting to try to schedule all that stuff. One thing what I wanted to circle back to the Graydon stuff though, Johnny. The one thing, because when I was cutting the video, I was looking for images that I could, because I usually make a thumbnail for our YouTube content. I got if you talk to Graydon, tell him I know the Discord server is very cool, but he needs some kind of landing page, like a website. Like there's when you try to look at something about the Majesty Reader, there's just nothing. Like he has nothing. Like
there was that link I think I put in the private chat last week that we looked at after that has the button for the demo.
Yeah.
So
it was on like Instagram or something, right?
I don't know if it was on Instagram. It was there was another link that was actually a landing page for it.
Oh,
so
really?
There is there is one for that. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, if you can find it. Because I was like Googling around and I couldn't find anything, and I went to the Discord server and just trying to find like a logo or some, like a logo for his reader, and there's just nothing. So I was like, I figured like if you're gonna start something like this, you gotta have like some kind of landing page or something,
Yeah, there is one. Hang on. You know what? I just put it in the private chat right now for you.
All right, let me take a look.
And then that way you can pull it up and we can actually take a quick peek while we're waiting for our guest to come in tonight, which I'm very excited about tonight's guest too. I read some of his comic and it's very unique. It's
Right.
It feels like a comic strip plus. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. And Dave is a cool guy. I forget where we met. It was before he did, maybe he'll remember. It was before we did before he did Plastic City, and he gave me a copy of the book then. And real quick, this is the Majesty Reader landing page. So is this a live link, right?
I believe so. So there's like a little video right here of Graydon.
Yeah,
So
actually,
I'm
you know what,
assuming this is like the promo video.
This is what I used for the thumbnail.
Oh, I mean, well, that's not bad at all, though.
Yeah, I just added Indie Comic Relay and things like that around this. But
right,
what I was looking for was just this part, like
like that kind of logo
by itself. Yeah.
Well,
So
there
I
it
ended
is.
up just pulling. What's that?
There it is.
Yeah, right. But here
Enhance.
I'll copy the link so that people can check it out. This is definitely some software you guys want to keep an eye on, especially if you do digital books. But anyways, what I was saying about Dave, he gave me the book, and I first off, I loved his style. I thought the cartooning element of it was really good. Like, sure. It reminded me of good comic strip art, like Dagwood and Blondie, that kind of stuff. Like, it had that look to it. And then
what was that?
What's that?
No, go ahead. I'm trying to think that prehistoric caveman comic. I forget what it was called.
BC.
BC. Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that style too, a little bit.
Yeah, it has a little bit of that. Johnny Hart that used to do that strip, and Wizard of Id. That guy did both of those, I think.
Right. That kind of
But and I like the book a lot. It's it's something different. It's like to do a sitcom as a comic. It's a unique kind of concept, and it works. Very good, very fun. And I love the his little explanations after about like what show it was inspired by and things like that.
The editor's notes and whatnot.
Yeah, like I gotta dig in deeper. I know he had a big back section with like a whole discussion about different things.
I didn't get that far into it.
But
so to me, it felt like a nerdy Seinfeld.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was like a nerd Seinfeld, like where there's like the one popular famous guy and like very interesting, unique characters surrounding him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so we'll bring him in the next couple of minutes. Johnny, have you tried this yet? I meant the new
what is it?
Mountain Dew.
Yes.
Baja Blast Tropical Citrus Punch.
Yes. So you know what that tastes like to me when I tried it?
What's that?
Ecto Cooler.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it does. It's not bad. Like, this is my first time grabbing it.
So they released that like a year ago, I think. And they released it in a campaign paired with Doritos. And they're supposed to be like, you're supposed to have that soda with like a bag of Doritos, and they're meant to be the perfect pairing.
Oh, okay. So the flavors complement each other.
Right. Now they
regular Doritos.
I think they were advertising Cool Ranch when they were advertising.
Okay.
I think it was a Super Bowl thing too, if I remember correctly.
I kind of remember that actually. Because what was this the flavor though? This was
the flavor, because I still have a can from that promo.
Oh, do you really?
That says on it pairs with Doritos.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. Sillyville said because soda is unhealthy enough on its own. I love it.
I like RC Cola. I just mainline that stuff.
It's my
pure
God.
Sugar.
You know where you find that now? Like, you find it at Dollar General.
RC?
Yeah. You don't see it around a lot. Dollar General has it.
Can we do a top 5 worst soda list? So
worst
Moxie, number one.
So Moxie,
100%.
I will
die on that hill.
Number one.
But Speaking of my cousin Roger Morocco, he's trying to tell me that Moxie and Dr. Pepper are the same thing. He needs to stay in the hospital and get checked because that's not the case at all. Dr. Pepper is delicious. Moxie is gross.
Oh, Moxie is like, yeah.
If earwax could have a soda flavor, it would be Moxie.
Yeah. It doesn't. It doesn't taste like anything. Like to me, like
no, it tastes
like
gross. This is what
it's
it tastes.
disgusting.
If gross could have a flavor, it'd be Moxie.
The only thing I
Moxie
like on
spinning in
Moxie
his
is
grave
the
right now.
packaging. Like I like the guy going like this, you know.
Yeah, right. You're gonna hate this.
Yeah. Moxie's number one, but I'm sure there's some other ones that I can't think of.
Dr. Pepper definitely.
I wasn't too big on Starry, the new Starry.
Starry's just Sierra Mist rebranded.
Yeah, and I don't like Sierra Mist either, so
right.
That one kind of sucks for me.
Sounds like
I like Dr. Pepper. I don't know what Roger's thinking with that one. I don't know. I have to sit down and think the other three that suck. But
that would actually be a fun game for a live show. If we do a live show soda taste test, can you name the sodas?
What about root beer? Yeah, I guess root beer. Is that?
Root beer's not bad.
Oh, not bad. Okay.
I don't go on
but what kind of root?
It,
so that's
like
the thing.
it.
What's the definitive root beer? I mean, people, there's mug people, there's Barks. I mean, I'm an A&W guy because that aged vanilla is delicious.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with you on that. And I tend to like root beer that's not by those three brands, like more like like a small, like
Spurgers.
a smaller
fucking root beer, man. Let me tell you.
I don't really drink soda. I mean, I quit soda a long time ago, but every now and then I have an urge for cherry Coke. I have to grab a bottle.
Cherry Coke, though, it's just one of those things. It's like it just hits so good when the craving's there.
I know, really.
Yeah.
Did you get to try the holiday Coke, the extra creamy? Wasn't that great?
Yes. Oh my God, Rachel got me a bottle of that stuff, and wouldn't you know, that tastes more like vanilla Coke than vanilla Coke.
Right. Yeah. Like, because I never liked vanilla Coke, but that I loved. I went out of my way to get a bunch of bottles of that stuff.
That stuff, IBS.
Yeah.
The creamy vanilla tastes like, the Johnny Rockets, the restaurant. Yeah. They used to do like the flavored Cokes before that became a regular thing. And they would it was the only place you'd get a vanilla Coke. Well, that holiday creamy vanilla Coke tastes like Johnny Rockets vanilla Coke.
Okay.
So whatever they did, they replicated that recipe.
If vanilla Coke tasted like that version, I would drink it more, but I know it doesn't. So
it doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
I just don't like it.
You should take a regular Coke and pour in some maraschino cherries in it, whatever you call it.
Oh, the juice? That maraschino cherry juice?
Yeah, oh no, and the actual cherries too. Why not?
Oh, right.
Well,
right. I mean, that's like a Shirley Temple, at the fair.
So, right.
I would actually probably use grenadine rather than the maraschino cherry juice, because that juice has got preservatives in it, which gives that like weird aftertaste. You know what I
mean? And what did she say? Take regular Coke and pour in some Mentos.
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
That's a great idea.
And then watch the Rockets red glare.
Yeah, right.
And on that, I think I saw that in MacGyver once. I'm not sure.
Yeah, right.
Kids,
probably
this
was
is
trying
what
to pick a lock with it. What's
Take a 2-liter Diet Coke, open up the back part of your toilet, pour it in.
Yeah.
Dump in some Mentos, flush,
and
run out of the house.
Oh my God. That's what you do at your last day of your job.
Yeah, exactly.
Into the bathroom and do that, especially if it's a job you hate or whatever,
Right.
But anyways, it's our first guest, our only guest tonight is in the back room already.
Our featured guest.
And I'm dying to get to know this guy's background and everything. Know him better.
I feel that he's my spirit animal because, I mean, I love TV.
We all do. Uh-oh.
Harry froze.
That's how I learned how to speak. So,
Harry, you froze. What did you say?
Froze. Like, we missed the whole story.
Harry, you froze like the end of a sitcom.
Yeah.
So what were you saying?
I love. Speaking of that, I love the end of a police squad when they're
those are great.
They continue to move it. No, I mean that's how I learned how to speak English because my parents were Greek immigrants, so they pretty much put me in front of a TV, and that's how I learned how to speak. Different things before kindergarten and everything. And I love TV still.
That's why you have such nostalgia for it, and that's why you like to go meet the
celebrities.
My God, yeah. You get it, man.
That's why I'm excited for tonight's guest.
Yeah, definitely.
To that point, Harry, I was raised by my grandparents. No, I was parented by my grandparents, but I was raised by TV.
Yeah, I could say that's a little bit of my upbringing as well.
Yeah, for real.
That's why I think we all have a fondness and nostalgia for old TV shows and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But without further ado, let's bring in tonight's guest, and we'll talk with him about TV as well.
Yeah.
All right, tonight's guest is Mr. Dave Gordon. What's up, Dave?
Hey guys.
Hey, Dave.
Going,
welcome.
Man?
Hey,
thank you. Good. Good. Keith, good to see you, and Johnny and Harry, great to meet you.
Dave, did you ever meet Johnny or Harry at any other conventions? I know Johnny's at a lot of cons like I am. Harry's more of a casual con goer, but
it wouldn't surprise me if we just walked right by each other.
Of course.
I'm sure.
As in, it's different being an attendee than being a exhibitor.
Yeah,
absolutely.
As an attendee, I'm just out there doing my thing, hunting for treasure, all that fun stuff. But then, in the last year since I released Being Gordy, now being on the other side of the table as an exhibitor, it's all about entering a community and making friends, and it's been wonderful.
100%, Dave.
It's been terrific.
That's awesome to hear. Now, I was trying to remember, where did we first meet? Because I know you gave me the book before you did Plastic City. Was it at Terrificon?
It was at Terrificon.
Okay.
Because I came in late to Plastic City, but you were kind enough to fit me in. And then when I was at Terrificon, I knew you were there.
Okay.
So I walked over and introduced myself and gave you a copy of Being Gordy, and we started talking.
Yeah, I was happy to get it. I didn't get to read it until a few months later. I don't even think I had read it by the time you did Plastic City, but when I did read it, I loved it, man.
Thank you so
congrats.
much.
I really think it's a good book.
Thank
you.
I'm
curious to dig into your background a little, because it sounded like this was a show you were actually trying to make this as a real sitcom, right? Is that
no.
Oh, okay.
So here's the
or were you writing it to pitch to a show or something, right? A Hollywood or something, or
no, that hasn't come in the picture yet. I mean, it's the ultimate goal for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
But
you kind of started doing it in college, right? At your college for a little bit. You put out different.
My original goal was syndicated comic strip cartooning.
Okay.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
So I did the strip for 3 years, 5 days a week at the UMass Daily Collegian in Amherst. Really found my footing there. That taught me a lot. Had my first reprint book of those strips published before I graduated.
Okay.
That was cool. Then I went out into the real world, got a job, and up until the mid 2000s, I was constantly trying to. I was chasing that syndication carrot.
That must have been what I'm thinking of. Because I remember reading it in your book that you were trying to do something with it, and I must have thought it was because it was so sitcom based that it was like a Hollywood thing.
Yeah.
But Yeah, syndication is tough though. Oh my god.
It was, and I basically did everything but reach that final goal post. I went from getting rejection letters to having some conversations or relationships with the editors at a couple of syndicates.
Okay.
And on 2 separate occasions in the 2000s from 2 different editors at 2 different syndicates, one being Universal Press that did Doonesbury, among other things, and the other being the Washington Post Writers Group, which did Bloom County.
Okay.
I had 2 different editors saying, it's not us, it's you, but this just isn't going to happen, because basically it was the internet came along, and while it's great in so many ways, it just totally destroyed the newspaper industry.
Oh, yeah.
And with that, syndication.
Yeah, like I watched a whole documentary on it, I think called Stripped.
Yeah.
They were talking about that, like how the internet like decimated.
Yeah.
So people that were getting picked up by the syndicate, which they only kind of took 1 comic a year in most cases.
Yeah.
You were talking about, here it is, you made it. You're like, you're made it into the major leagues, and all of a sudden the Coliseum is falling apart all around you, like
Exactly.
it's so true. Like, because I I don't know if I told you this, Dave, but I also was going that route as well. I wanted to be a cartoonist and a comic strip artist.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had a comic strip called Swamp Tales, and I shipped out stuff to syndicates, and then obviously it never happened. And then I started doing a website. This is like circa probably like mid 2000s as well. I did my own website for a while, and then I just, I made like, I don't know, maybe about 100 strips. And then maybe 10 years later, I found them and I was like, oh, let me turn these into a comic book, much like you did.
Yeah.
And I produced like 3 issues, and then I collected it into a graphic novel. And I still sell that at my tables here and there.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I have a fondness for that stuff. I mean, Charles Schultz is, God to me, and like and I love him, and I love of course Bill Watterson and numerous other comic strip guys. But yeah,
Dave,
it's very similar.
Is that Max Headroom on your wall?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, I've been so distracted this whole time, staring at Max Headroom, going like, that's the coolest fucking thing I've ever seen. Oh, I love that thing, Dave. That's awesome, man. I'm a fan.
Good eye, Johnny.
Yeah,
I couldn't. He's staring right at me. I want him to start glitching.
Some friends gave that to me in college, and I've just had it ever since, just hanging there. Yeah.
Awesome.
So good.
I love that. I love that. It's not like a retro thing. It's like you've had that since probably Max Headroom's been out, right?
Yeah.
That's very cool, man. I love that.
Remember the short-lived Max Headroom TV show? Speaking of that, remember
I
that?
do
20
remember
minutes
that.
into the future. It was called.
It was actually
Great
wasn't
show.
bad, if I remember right. Like it was kind of like this weird sci-fi thing, but it wasn't bad.
Yep. And there
With
was
Matt
there was a
Frewer.
TV movie actually too that the show was then based off of.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a UK produced TV movie, and then they ended up making the show. I think that was Jeffrey Tambor was in it, if I remember correctly. He was in one of the
And
last
Matt
roles.
Frewer.
Yeah.
Frewer.
Matt Frewer as well, yeah,
Yeah.
as the iconic.
You remember
Max
those
Headroom.
seeing those commercials and you're like, oh my God, technology's so amazing right now.
know, right?
And now you
Yeah,
look at it, it's
yeah.
like such a piece of shit.
Well, if anything, like we've surpassed the point of where Max Headroom should have come back.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's almost now he wouldn't fit in. He would just be like any other avatar digital creation. You know what I mean? And maybe there's a story there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I love that you have it up there. That's
Yeah.
really cool, Dave.
Very
Thank
cool.
you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so I didn't mean to distract you there, Dave, but like so did you end up walking away from it for a while after
Yeah.
that? Or?
I just, after a second editor, said the same thing as the first one did, I said, the writing is on the wall here. I don't feel like I'm failing. They're flat out saying if it was going to happen, you would be the one.
Okay.
But
Thanks.
just
Thank you.
yeah, things
I have a
change.
question. So clearly there's still newspapers out. I mean, so did they cap it out, at the what they have, or do they like how are they still?
I don't even know.
They don't allow any. Yeah.
Well, I think whoever's still making new strips makes them, right? And then they just rerun Peanuts like a million times.
Exactly. They're reprinting stuff, and
I'm sure there's licensing agreements that are in place that, it's probably very hard to get that, because you have to think you've got 1 page of retail space, and on Sunday maybe you got a little bit more. So
and then they shrunk the comic section too. It's small. It's a lot smaller than it used to be.
I went when I walked away, I completely walked away from it, and I haven't kept up. I don't know how anyone could possibly do a successful comic strip like that today.
Yeah.
The market just isn't there. I say it's kind of a harsh thing to say, but within our lifetime, the American newspaper comic strip went from being this vital, edgy, relevant thing to the graphic version of Latin, a dead art.
Yeah, 100%, man. And like not even online really saves it. I know, like
no, they've tried with that, but it's not. That hasn't worked.
No, like there's certain people like I don't even know if he still does it. Like who's that guy? Was it Scott Morse? Like does
he just passed away?
Did he really?
Right.
He literally passed away in the last week. Yeah.
Like
the guy that did PvP died?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Days ago.
Oh, shit. Oh,
wow. Dilbert, right?
That's right.
Did Dilbert.
Yeah.
No, the guy that did Dilbert died. I know that, but like I'm talking about PvP. Didn't you remember PvP? It was a comic.
I do remember PvP. Yeah, I think Scott Morse he did that Ink Runs Cold anthology I was submitting to.
I don't remember
if I remember correctly, but
Wow.
Well, yeah, no, I did hear about the guy that Dilbert. He passed away very recently. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But to your point, though, it's like there's a lot, even comics. Like think about the way comics were before. They transformed until they kind of like fit their niche and they couldn't really go further, right?
Yeah.
Western comic books, like literally westerns, cowboys and Indians. Things like that. Biography comics, like
the Egyptians.
Cave walls.
Yeah,
but these things, like you had mentioned, Dave, they become antiquated. They become like a dead art where, unless it's a very niche or somebody's looking for something kind of like, retro, it's you're not going to have it regularly.
Exactly. Yeah. If I'm not reading a newspaper.
Yeah. Why would you? Yeah. No one goes to grab it for comics, but
right.
Although we do have our friend Tim Jones who does Sour Grapes. And he finds places to for relevance. He recently had the soda produced, which was I thought that's kind of ingenious.
And it has a little code on there. You can scan it and it takes you to a comic, doesn't it?
Right, but it still isn't that mainstream like it used to be for comic strips. Like it very much is, as Dave put it, dead art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which stinks. And then I do love the format too, and I do love I do love the comic strips that I love, So I always will collect a book or whatever just to keep it alive. But yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
So in reading the book, Dave, one of the things I kind of loved, and you have a love for sitcoms because you kind of weave it into a lot of the book. Max's T-shirts are all TV shows. I love that.
Yeah.
And then you actually use images, actual images in the background,
Lots
which I
of
love
Easter eggs.
too. Yeah, which is great. And, it reminded me of like the way South Park does that.
Yep.
Where they'll use an actual image, and I love that you kind of you riff on that a little bit here.
Yep. I actually took that, I think, originally from Bloom County, believe it or not.
That is actually
that's
Bloom
right.
County
They did do that a lot.
Used to do that.
That's right.
Bloom County was never a strip that I got into, and I don't know why. I think when I was a kid, it just seemed like too heady for me. And
see, I consider myself coming from that Doonesbury / Bloom County school.
Gotcha.
I looked at those two strips way back when and said, this is why I want to draw comic strips.
Oh, okay.
I love Peanuts.
Yeah.
And I love all the old classic stuff. I've got, a
Book.
large library of stuff. But Doonesbury and Bloom County really either taught me to be more sarcastic or just pushed me in that direction to write that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
What was the name of that?
How did you develop?
Cat? I forget the orange cat. What was the orange cat's name? Like
Garfield?
No,
Bill the cat.
Bill the cat. Yeah, I
Bill the cat.
always like that character.
Yeah.
There's so many orange cats, like Heathcliff and all that.
Yeah. Right.
How did you develop your characters of Gordy, Paige, and Max? Like, what were your influences, or how would you develop those?
Okay, that's a really good question. Toward the end of my time trying to get it syndicated as a comic strip, it had evolved with every try. Mm-hmm. And those last couple of tries, it went earlier on from being more of a think piece.
Okay.
Where I was literally the cat, I was Gordy. And I started moving away from that and writing an overall story that was told over a bunch of strips, but the strips were still gag a day.
Okay.
When I finally stopped, I said, you know something? I'm enjoying writing a story more. And it just seemed natural to me, or let's try this as a graphic novel. And for the next 10 years or so, I piddled around with that. And I produced a book. And I was fortunate enough to land a literary agent who wanted to shop it around, and it did. It didn't get picked up.
Oh,
but the literary agent was good and very complimentary and whatnot. It was the whole thing was just a learning thing for me. When that didn't happen, I drifted for about a year. After a year, I pulled the book out and reread it and looked at it and said, this wasn't the right fit. Yeah. I wasn't ready. Mm-hmm. It just wasn't there.
Yeah.
I marked up like 20 different parts of the book where I wasn't happy with something. And then there was the final third, the entire third of the graphic novel. I said, there's 45 or 50 pages there that it just went in the wrong direction. I wasn't ready. And I don't have the patience or the interest in sitting with this anymore. And I just shelved it.
Okay.
And then I drifted for a little bit, right a little bit before COVID came along. I was moving around here in my studio, and like you guys were talking about before you brought me on about television and your love of old TV and whatnot. Yeah. I always referred to being Gordy as a situation comedy, but I felt like I never really delivered on that.
Okay.
And at that specific time, I was watching a lot of stuff. Bob Newhart, Mary Tyler Moore, just all my favorites. And I'm moving around in my studio, and I heard this little voice in my head say, just, hey, dummy, just go write your damn TV show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat down and started typing. And there's this Jack Nicholson film with Diane Keaton. I forgot what it's called. It's not
As Good as It Gets. I think it is.
That's the one with Helen Hunt, I think.
Oh, because he did a few of those like romantic comedies, and I get them confused.
There's this one with Diane Keaton. She's a playwright, and basically he has a relationship with her. Then he dumps her, and then there's this big montage of her, at her computer typing away, laughing, crying, but moving forward, getting work done. She's like unstuck, and that was me minus the crying. I was just. Once I said this is a TV show as a comic book, and let's just go with that and start writing episodes. And for at least a year and a half, I lost track of time. All I was doing was just like loose writing. I didn't even try drawing anything out. After literal years of being stuck, once I got unstuck, it just
once you found that idea, like you knew,
Awesome.
once you knew the path, I guess. Like
I wrote in some way, shape, and form. I made note of like 50 episodes.
wow.
It could have been a couple of them were a full manuscript. Most of them were like a page, just a raw outline. And then I forced myself, what was it, about two or 3 years ago? I think it was 3 years ago. I forced myself around Christmas time to stop. And my goal for that week between Christmas and the New Year was to sit and lay out the first issue of Being Gordy. Just get the raw layouts done and then start moving forward that way. And from that point on, every day is that bullet list of, do this, do that,
Right.
And I finished it. When did I finish it? It was summer of 2024, I think.
Okay, so that's recent.
I did the Kickstarter for it, successfully got that done.
Awesome.
And then by November of 2024, it was in print. I released it, fulfilled it to the Kickstarter supporters, and then just kept on moving forward.
I love it. Johnny, you had a question.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, Dave, one of my practices in my creative process is to put a project in a drawer. And I'm a firm believer that the longer you live with a story, the more you can develop it, the better it can get.
Hell yes. Yeah.
Right. So, and if you can pull it out of the drawer and you can just be as jazzed about it as the day you put it in, then you have something good. And I love that you were able to take that time, let it cool, revisit it, and then you found the heat again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you were able to pick it up. And the other thing beyond that is that, the tones of the sitcoms that you mentioned that you were watching, I can see all of that. Newhart.
Yeah.
Like if I had to pitch this at a table to somebody of my age bracket, I would say this is Seinfeld by way of Spaced. And Spaced is that Simon Pegg UK show because there's a lot of that pop culture flavor.
I don't know that one. I'll have to check it out.
It's good. It's a UK show. It's a British comedy, but it very much is the like group of friends and like just engulfed in the pop culture kind of fandom thing. And there's a lot of that with, I can see the way you set it up with these characters with Gordy, just the way they interact with each other.
Almost
all of that.
It reminds me of the IT group. Remember that
IT crowd.
comedy?
IT crowd.
Yeah,
I
IT
feel
crowd.
like IT crowd's a little bit more absurdist in that regard, but it's adjacent. Like the volumes are. It feels a lot like Seinfeld to me, though. Honestly, like all the characters. Max just reminds me of George. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gordy being the successful
A
individual.
little bit of the Odd Couple mixed
Jerry
in there too.
Yeah, a little bit. There's flavors of everything. It's really a love letter to situational comedy, as it seems like that was your intention, Dave.
100%. Once I realized the impact that mainstream situation comedies, especially those shot in front of a live studio audience, The Odd Couple, Seinfeld, Cheers, Frasier, The Big Bang Theory, just where you hear that laughter in the audience, the writing is just so tight. It's doing it in front of a live studio audience. It's that perfect blend of theater and television. And because the sets are limited, the writing is just that much harder.
Yeah.
It's just, it's biting, I mean, there were plenty of sitcoms that were shot single camera, F Troop, Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, stuff like that are great. MASH that I loved, or love, period. And
I'd have laugh tracks too, by the way, which is kind of weird.
MASH started with a laugh track, and then like after several seasons, they just phased it out.
Yep.
But I'm not downing the single camera ones. It's just the ones that were shot in front of a live, or that are shot in front of a live studio audience. Just that level of writing had a huge impact on me.
Yeah.
And once I realized that, and once I sat down with that moment of clarity, like I said, the floodgates opened, and I wrote these characters. I saw them develop in front of me the way they never had before.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
cool.
Like you found the spark that put you on the journey. You know,
I
love that.
I've experienced this before in the past, Dave, and I don't know if you have, but like, you know, that moment when you're in the zone and it's almost like the characters take over and they're just kind of, you know,
they write
speaking
themselves.
through you. They write themselves, right? They
They write
speak through your
themselves.
fingers. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I love that. You know, I love because I don't think I've ever seen a comic kind of like this where it is like a sitcom brought to comic book form.
That
I mean, there's
feels like a
certainly been
sitcom, though.
What's that?
That feels like a sitcom.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Like
You know,
that's what
in
that's
a
what-
page format. Like it's
Yeah.
a very
So much.
special thing you've made, Dave. It really is.
I love hearing that. It really, you have no idea
like,
how much
there's been comedy
it
comics, of
reaffirms me.
course.
Really.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What?
No, there's been comedy comics, of course, but
Yeah.
like this one does feel like, just like Johnny said, like a
feels
sitcom
like- yeah.
put onto a comic book page. You almost
It's
can see
like
you can almost hear the studio audience. you
Yeah.
know? The only
Yeah.
thing I would request, I would love to see some Three's Company situational mix.
exactly. We need
Yeah, we
that.
need a Mr.
We
Furley up
need
in
that.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
time.
We need that. And Mr.
So I'm
Roper
working-
breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Roper. Yeah,
Yes.
Mr. Roper should be your Deadpool. Really.
Yes. Yes. The fun thing about doing it now, as opposed to before I made that leap, is now television is so front and center with it, and I get to talk about that more and explore it more, to refresh my memory, stuff like that. And I'm writing these stories, and more often than not every single one of them has some type of tribute or homage, but most of them do.
Yeah, I like that though. I don't see anything wrong with paying homage to,
I think it's good,
Yeah, I think so
and
too.
my plan is at the end, similar to what I did with the pilot episode with, the first issue. I call it the pilot episode. Right after every story, there'll be a quick little essay talking about what this episode is paying homage to.
Yeah.
So what I'm calling season 1 of Being Gordy is 6 episodes, because I'll be lucky to I'm hoping to do one a year.
Okay.
Although I'm working pretty aggressively right now, and if we're going to show those files that I sent you,
Yeah, I definitely want.
I'm really working faster than I had imagined on some stuff. But
I
I'm
definitely want to
so-
show those off to the audience too before we end the interview tonight.
Yeah, show us some previews. I thought that
One question I had for you, Dave. Like, so
Shoot.
I'm curious now that I'm curious. Were these characters used in your earlier strip too?
In college, no.
Okay.
Gordy was there, but he was a completely different.
I gotcha. What was the strip like before it became this? Like, what was like the hook of the strip? I guess.
Back in college, it was literally a clone of Doonesbury and Bloom County.
Okay.
So much so that in the paper, it was literally Doonesbury on top. Underneath that was Bloom County. Underneath that was me.
Okay.
And I took it so seriously that some students weren't aware that was being done by a student.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I really went.
I'd love to see some of those old strips. You said you
That's
collected them into
cool.
a book. I'd love to get that book from you at some point.
I
I'd love to read
will
that.
the next time I see you, I will hand you one. I still
All right,
have
yeah,
some.
I'd love to see, because I'd
I
love
still
to
have
see
some.
that aspect of. I'd love to see how you've evolved. You know what I mean? Like, I'd love to see, like,
It's funny. I thought that would be like the most dated thing in the world now, but it seems to be slowly turning around. I still have like maybe about 100 of them or something. in a couple of boxes in my storage.
I'll give you a copy of my Swamp Tales book too.
Okay, even trade. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But I've had a few, other podcasts where we talk about, because I think I mentioned it. It's somewhere in the back of the first issue. The roots of being Gordy, and people seem to be very curious about that starting point. And that book is definitely shows the starting point.
It's true. Like, guys, I always like, if I ever find out, like, once you find an artist or a cartoonist or somebody you like, you're always interested in finding out what else they've done.
Yeah.
And, so that's just sort of where my head always goes, I love to see what,
it's like seeing
what
how
else you got,
Yeah.
It's like seeing how the original Simpsons were drawn, and then how they evolved.
like seeing the origin of the stuff. Yeah, I love that.
Right. Yeah.
So back when it first started, it was that Doonesbury-ish clone, and then it evolved in the 90s and the 2000s. It became this kind of like think piece, where I literally was the character, and I talk about dating, and I talk about, I don't know, work and whatever. I was experimenting around, but then, those last couple of rounds, what attracted those editors at those last few syndicates was I was telling a broader story over several strips, but it was still a gag a day, but I was writing some type of
longer story. Yeah, I did that a lot with my Swamp Tales too. Like you do the daily gag, but there's like an ongoing narrative, yeah. I always like doing that though. A lot of good strips did that. Peanuts did that. Garfield, all of them did that. Yeah.
Well, it's like a soapbox, right? It's a way for you to express a creative voice for what
right.
Whatever you're trying to tell or whatever you're trying to say.
Yeah, and it was a kind of a skill to it, because if you were doing like a long running narrative like that, it always you always lost your first panel to the recap, because you always got to treat it like it's the first time a reader is reading that one panel, so they have to know what's going on. So you had to tell your new story with the other two, and it was kind of tough, so because of the third panel is always the joke, right? So it's like your setup is the middle panel only, so it was always a little tough to do, but
3 panels is hard, man.
Yeah,
I remember when I first had to do a short, somebody's like, I need you to do 8 pages. I'm like, are you kidding me? I only have 8 pages?
Yeah.
Just learning to condense storytelling that's the masterful craft right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It really teaches you to get to those moments that like the key moments,
Right.
And when I made the leap to a graphic novel, I mean, looking back at that, while I think I spent too much time in that period with it, it taught me a lot, good and bad.
Okay.
One of the bad things I did was I purposely tried to move away from everything about comic strip.
Okay.
So all those rules, all those tools I used or practiced, showing a scene and repeating it over multiple panels, I walked away from that. I'm trying to move the camera a lot and trying to, do what I thought, graphic novels were, or a regular comic book. And that was like Johnny said, after, pulling it out after a year and getting that fresh perspective on it. I was like, wow, it wasn't working. I couldn't see it. I was just in for too much, too close to it. And one of the things, I said several things when I sat down to do this first issue of Being Gordy, a situation comedy that we've been talking about. I said, don't walk away from the things that actually worked. Okay. And there's a lot of good that came out of my time doing comic strips, and just put it back in. Just don't be afraid to keep that camera stationary.
Yeah.
Because, if you think about it, in a sitcom, the ones I've been talking about, we're in the Big Bang Theory's living room, Sheldon and Leonard's living room.
Yeah.
And the camera is just stationary. The
Yeah.
camera might move around a little, but we're talking one scene. So it really kind of blended back in together. Everything started making sense a little more. And in the end result, being Gordy, it's sometimes I have a hard time calling it a comic book because it's in comic book form, but it's written as a television show, and it still has that comic strip. I'm not trying to do comic strips, but it still has some of that feel, some of that dynamic.
Yeah. It's almost like a merging of these art forms together, that's what it feels like.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you, Keith. I was gonna say that's what I think is like the specialty of it is that you're blending all these different things so cohesively into this
like a
one
super
piece.
fusion,
Yes, it really is.
I'm not doing it with any huge intent of purpose. It's just love of television, love of comic strip. I'm just doing it naturally, letting it flow, and seeing what comes.
Yeah.
And
if I were to describe
meta thing to do, is I don't know how you would pull this off, but it would be kind of fun. If you could get a laugh track from somewhere and kind of like, okay, you guys start reading the book and then you hit play. And then as they read, the laughs start kind of coming as you know what I mean? That would be kind of hilarious if you could kind of
the
only problem is you can't time the way people read, though.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
It would be tough. Go ahead, Harry.
Did Natural Born Killers have a laugh track in it? I think that creeped me out. Remember that movie? Natural Born Killers.
Movie?
Natural Born Killers. I vaguely remember that. I think that was
only a part of it, though, right?
I think there was only a sequence that was meant to spoof a sitcom.
Oh, okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah, I think that part freaked me out for some reason because it was nothing that was happening was funny, but there was a laugh track to it. It kind of creeped me out. But I was also going to say too that Gordy kind of reminds me of a modern day, maybe hip version of maybe Uncle Jesse and Henry Rush from Too Close for Comfort, because he was also a cartoonist. Remember in that show?
Oh, was that Ted Knight's character? No.
Ted Knight, right? Exactly.
Oh God, that's right. That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
He always used to draw with the cow puppet.
Exactly.
Yes,
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was telling these guys, Dave, you mentioned Newhart earlier. I discovered some show that Bob Newhart did called Bob, where he was a comic creator.
I actually own that on DVD.
Oh, do you really? I just started. I never even knew it existed. I started watching it.
For 2 seasons. It was his third attempt at a sitcom. It went for 2 seasons. It wasn't very good. Although there was one episode where, because he was a comic book cartoonist and he was a seasoned vet, they had I think it was Jack Kirby and Bob Kane on the episode.
Shit. I'd like to see that episode.
Yeah.
Because I know
cool. I only saw the first 2 so far, but I was looking for the little Easter eggs and things, and you can see it's very much a product of its time because they were trying to make his character darker and edgier and a vigilante, and I was like, oh, this must have been the late 80s, early 90s when Punisher, Venom, that whole Dark Knight Returns, all that.
Right. When it was
all that was hot as hell. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I feel like sitcoms have kind of they're not the same anymore. There's not even one that I even really watch anymore. Is there any good sitcoms happening right now? Was Big Bang Theory the last one?
Similar to the way the internet.
How about Reba?
Similar to the way the internet hurt newspapers. Streaming, the concept of streaming, I feel, has hurt that specific art form.
Yeah.
Situation comedy. There are a few of them still shot in front of a live studio audience. Tim Allen has one on ABC.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Last Man
And-
Standing or something like that. Oh, no, there was one after that. There's a new one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So he's doing one. Harry, you just mentioned Reba McEntire has another one now.
right,
That's
yeah.
actually pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happy's Place. It's on Friday. It's on Fridays on NBC. But I mean, something with the power and the punch of Cheers or Frasier or
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory.
It doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist right now, and it's sad.
Yeah.
I wish either a streaming service or a network would double down on sitcoms
Yeah.
and really
Remember
give
how
some
they used
attention.
to dominate like almost
Dominate.
every night of the week? Remember
Dominate.
that? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Must-see
TGI
TV.
TGIF
Yeah.
Fridays. Yeah, right.
well,
Yeah.
remember,
every
I mean,
night there was sitcoms. I remember like Tuesdays were like Growing Pains, and then Wednesday was like Who's the Boss?
Every night there was
Yeah,
something.
there was something like it's wild that
Yeah.
that doesn't exist anymore.
there isn't that sitcom that breaks through that is like seminal where everybody watches it, like the way All in the Family was.
It
Or
doesn't
You know,
yeah, right.
It just
Yeah.
doesn't exist. You know,
Yeah.
the
Or
last
more.
one I saw that was really like that, but just never caught on. And I was like, wow, this is a really edgy show. And it's got a good voice and it's doing everything that All in the Family did then. It's just not hitting now. It was a show called the Carmichael Show. It was comedian Gerard Carmichael. His father was David Allen Greer, who played a conservative black man. So
Okay.
it was just such a unique take on it because like his son was like, very liberal, and it was almost like reverse All in the Family.
Oh, interesting.
You know what I mean? And I loved it. I loved it. It's such a good show.
Well, I feel like the sitcom is morphed more into like the way something like Arrested Development is now, where it's
Right.
clearly a comedy, but there's no laugh track.
Right.
Single camera. Yeah.
Right.
Like
Being
or
shot
it's like
a regular film or something. Yeah.
We
Right.
need Married with Children to come back. We need Al Bundy to save us.
Seriously.
I love Married with Children.
Oh,
But you know,
so good.
or shows have become ridiculous, like Only Sunny in Philadelphia, or like things like
it's
that that are like
absurd
so
like that.
so ridiculous. Yeah.
Sunny in Philly looks like something that should be filmed in front of a live studio audience.
It
but
does,
it's
yeah.
not.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
The anti-cheers, you know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, but for our audience here, Keith, can we pull up some of the book? 'Cause
Yeah,
we've been
hang
talking a lot about it, but we should really give people.
I
want to
show the artwork that Dave.
Yes.
sent
No,
over to
Dave, you do the artwork as well. Is that correct or no?
Everything. Yeah. I'm a one-man
Wow.
show. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that. I love that you have such creative control, but it also becomes a lot harder in some senses because you are the only beacon, right? You're
Yeah.
the only person here. You're championing it. You're championing for this book. Whereas like if you're working with a creative team, you have several people who are kind of championing for it. So like this is a lot of work on your plate, but it shows the fact that it's such a love letter.
Yeah.
It shows that this is all you.
Yeah.
This is like Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails. It's all you. You know.
Thank you. Yeah.
So this is the cover of the premiere issue, which is 80 pages, right?
I love the effect you did for the 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
great.
lines. I like that.
Just
That's really
lines.
cool.
Yeah.
I love that. It's
That's
simple,
where
but
the,
it's meaningful.
I'm
That's why I
still
mentioned the
exploring-
BC comic.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, right. That's
Oh, yeah,
why I mentioned the
BC, 'cause
BC
BC, that's
comic
how
strip.
the-
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
How does
Right.
Yeah.
So the first issue is an homage to The Odd Couple. I figured let's start there. I had the story I wanted to tell, and for the pilot, and that was influenced by The Odd Couple, which is definitely in my top 5 of favorite
I mean,
sitcoms.
What is your top 5? I think I have a list here that I took notes of.
Let's start with the top 2 in no particular order.
Okay.
The Bob Newhart Show
All right.
and the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Perfect.
So
Okay.
following that, after that, it's really kind of it constantly changes.
I think you mentioned
Everybody loves-
Frasier and
Everybody Loves Raymond, Frasier.
yeah.
To round it out, 5. I always forget the 5th, but actually, wait a minute. I got a few. Will and Grace.
Oh yeah.
it just, the writing on that was so smart, so biting,
Ahead of its time too.
Mhm.
and ahead of its time. Yeah. I mean, there are other comedies I loved, you know, Taxi, of course, the Dick Van Dyke
Yeah.
Show, but those other ones I just mentioned are the ones that, for some reason, the writing really took effect, especially the Mary Tyler Moore Show and the Bob Newhart Show. I still watch those episodes of those shows just if I just want to have something on in the background, or just want to watch something, but I don't feel like thinking too much.
Mm.
And I always find something new. And, you know, it's that those comedies represented to me, but because they came along when America or the networks were sick of the whole, the Beverly Hillbillies, Green Acres, everything was this like, had that heartland hillbilly silly feel to it. And literally, you know, CBS literally looked at those and said, we can do better. And along came Norman Lear with his whole wave, starting with All in the Family.
Yeah.
And then, you know, James L. Brooks with the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
You know what else I miss about good sitcoms is the lost art of the great intro and the songs. And
hell yes.
I miss all that stuff. Like,
I actually did one for my Kickstarter.
Did you really?
I did Kickstarter
Very
video.
cool.
And when I didn't know what I was going to do. And I said, you know something, what if I did my Kickstarter video similar to the intro of a sitcom?
I'll take a look and see if I can find that, because I'd love to play that here. That sounds great. And this is a sample of what the interiors look like of your book, right?
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Yep. I love the style of it.
Very dynamic. Look at the odd couple in the background there.
Yeah. Tons
Age
of
of Consent poster.
Yeah.
Tons of Easter eggs, you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
And these
these
characters.
I think I'm a bigger
too are great.
fan.
Yeah, those
I think I'm a
characters
bigger
on the
fan
bottom
of the.
there,
Oh, sorry.
those
Okay, I'm
characters
sorry,
on the
I
bottom
will.
there, like what Gordy is drawing in that universe, those comic characters he's bringing to life. I hope in the future at some point, I can't say when, I wouldn't mind doing like a companion book
Of these characters.
of those characters,
Yeah,
but
that'd be great.
but maybe I'm writing or drawing one of those stories, but I'd like to invite other creators I'm meeting to participate in that. That would be a lot of fun.
What other pieces of artwork in the folder here that you think I should show, Dave? Like one that you wanted to really highlight here?
Go past this. I mean, we can just run through them all quickly.
Okay.
If you
yeah,
want.
certainly can do that. Yeah, let me do that.
I can just quickly talk them through. Okay, what this piece is you know how at the end of any show you see a quick little graphic of by the production studio?
Yeah.
That's mine.
Okay, I like that.
That's mine.
Cool.
Yeah. So, this is just another sample of one of the pages of Being Gordy, the interior.
It's very fun, man. I really like this book.
Yeah, I love the side lips and whatnot. You know, I mean, like everything on the side of the face. You know, I love that.
Going back to my comic strips. It's all comic strip.
Yep. Right.
If it worked, hey, just if it's not broken, don't fix it. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm still moving the camera and doing some interesting stuff, like with this one. And okay, this one here is
F Troop, right?
This will be up. This is F Troop. This is the homage illustration for the essay that will go in the back of issue 2, the issue I'm currently working on. The issue 2, again, I chose a story I wanted to tell, and it was F Troop that had influenced that story. So this is the art that'll go right after that in the back of the book with that essay.
Good comments here. Really like that Being Gordy logo, Larval Larry.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. But yeah, let me see. We got more here too. Let me close that one. And
I think it's also important to note that that Dave is also a graphic designer. You draw, obviously, you know, you're an illustrator, and you do the writing. So it's pretty. You wear all many hats.
Yes, yeah. I spend my day hours as a art director and a graphic designer in the Boston
Very cool,
marketing community. So
okay.
This is a piece of this is a piece of promo art for issue 2. It's got a Western thing, you know, given that it's F Troop. It's got a Native American / Western theme to it.
Very cool. And then
cool.
I got this is the cover of issue 3.
That's the cover for issue 3, which I did because I want to show that in the back of issue 2. You know.
Oh, cool.
It's like the Queen cover, right?
That's Queen cover. Yep.
Yeah, I love that.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that the homage for that issue is going to be the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice rendition of Star Trek. That's awesome.
This is the
cool.
homage art for issue 4, which is going to be, you know, a tribute to, you know, all things Star Trek. My love of that show.
Love it.
Yeah.
This is my logo for my Substack newsletter. I'm on Substack, and people can go and subscribe, and it's all free. I'm not doing anything for payment right now. I'm just trying to find a reading audience. And the good thing about the Substack is that it's the first place people will see previews of what I'm doing.
Awesome. Train spotting.
So yeah, this when I did the first issue, as I was working on it, getting it done, once a week I would make an ad and post it across social media to just get people, you know, jazzed up. Now, a few of my comic creator buddies were saying, why don't you just, you know, post a page from the actual book? And my thought there was like, why do I want to, you know, show that? Because if they're seeing it now, they're not going to buy it later. You know, it didn't seem right to me to just start previewing entire pages of what I was doing. And I'm in marketing, and I said to myself, you know something, I'm going to create a campaign, and it's just always showing those 3 characters and a funny line, and it's just giving you kind of the flavor of the essence.
Yeah, I like that.
What I'm doing.
That's a good idea.
And it worked. It worked out really well. And what we're looking at here is I then changed those ads to these mini posters that I sell on my website or at conventions along with the first issue. And people have been very, very receptive to them. I'm going to be doing something similar for issue 2. Probably in the next month, I'll debut the first one, and but it's an evolution. This is the cover. Here's the finished cover for issue 2.
First, I love it, dude.
Publicly.
Very cool. Look at that. Very colorful.
I love your use of color too, and the way you have the
so
backgrounds in black and white. I like
It really
very like eye catching.
Okay, this is interesting. I've been talking with a few of my I have a group of friends in the area. They're not comic people. They're illustrators. They teach at college level, or they're, you know, doing book covers and children's books and whatnot. And they were looking at this stuff, and I was talking to them, and I thought originally, moving forward, all of my covers would have this feel of some color and some black and white. What I wasn't ready for was seeing an evolution, like with that third cover, the one with the Queen influence.
Yeah,
you know, I couldn't do that this way. It needed to do what it needed to do, but I took some stuff that from the way I did Paige and Max here in the background and applied that to issue 3. And then if we go, Keith, if you can call up the cover for issue 4.
Oh, hang on. Yep, hang on.
That's an evolution. So there's everything.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
There's a consistency, but there's an evolution as well.
I like this though. I like where you're going with the whole look.
This one I'm really proud of because this is my Star Trek homage.
Oh, I love it, dude.
quick story. When I was doing all that free loose writing, I wrote 3 separate outlines for a Star Trek love letter episode. And after each one, I said, I can't use this because I will get sued if I move forward with it. Because it's Gordy waking up on the set of Deep Space Nine, or, fucking around with all the established figures and whatnot. And finally, one day, I had the idea, basically a workaround.
Okay.
And I don't want to go into I don't want to ruin that. I'm just gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna stop there. But then I said, okay, so I've got the story, and I know I can move forward with it. But how do you do a Star Trek love letter cover with that same thing without showing a ship or a character? And then I remember from just the documentaries I've seen and whatnot, this
Right.
is an ancient biblical hand sign for God.
Isn't that like a Jewish symbol?
It's a Hebrew symbol.
Right.
Leonard Nimoy, who was
Hebrew,
Jewish,
right.
he was the one who came up with it. Roddenberry okayed it because it started as something other than the show.
Yeah,
Star Trek can't copyright it.
Yeah.
So what's the only thing I'm showing? That's all I needed on that cover was that one thing.
Clever.
And
Clever. I love that.
But okay. The workaround was that instead of talking about pre-existing Star Trek shows, is that okay, in issue 1 of Being Gordy, we established that he's not just an independent comic book cartoonist, but he's got this whole Hollywood thing. He's done some movies and he's made some good money there and whatnot. He's got this like No Fear thing there, goes for it, makes a ton of really bad, insultingly bad crap, but has really profited from it. Yeah. So you're going to see over the course of season 1, you're going to see an evolution there. And Paramount Studios calls him and says, we're taking pitches for a new Star Trek series. We'd be curious to hear what you have in mind.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So it's not about a Star Trek show that they've done. I never mention a character, an actor, whatever. It's really an episode about making the mistake of letting a vampire into your home, because the minute Gordy gets in there, just chaos reigns.
Yeah, right.
Chaos.
It's like your typical sitcom stuff. It
reminds me of when Jerry and George were making the show about themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And talk about, just real quick, I want to circle back around on getting around Star Trek and copyright. Well, one of my favorite Star Trek movies that's not Star Trek is Galaxy Quest.
Yes.
And one of my favorite Star Trek TV shows that's not Star Trek is The Orville.
The Orville,
yeah.
So it's like there's ways you can do it where it's like it's but it's not.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean?
That flavor to it.
I always point to Briscoe County Jr. as being the spiritual successor to Wild Wild West.
Yes. You know
what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wild West.
I love the name of this band too.
Okay. This was my happy accident for issue 2. I actually did a whole Substack posting about this. So early on in issue 2 of Being Gordy, it's established that when he was a kid in high school, he had this band called Pasty White Jews.
Okay.
And the 2 guys on each end are actual friends of mine I grew up with who were in bands.
Oh, okay.
Just, keeping it real, want to put all my friends in there, So once I did the sketch for this art, I texted it to both of them, and it was supposed to be just this one quick little mention, and that was it. And they're texting me back going, oh, wait a minute. No, I need more. I need dialogue. I need exposition. The guy on the far left, he's like, I'm not Jewish. Why am I in a band called Pasty White Jews? And why is there a 70-year-old black man in there? Maybe
In the
he's
background.
Jewish, but, you know. So an hour later of all this texting back and forth between the three of us, I stood up and said, "My God, I've got a whole other episode of Being Gordy in my head now."
Nice.
The episode will be in season 2. The title of it is called "The Boys in the Band," and believe it or not, the homage. There are going to be several to this show, but the homage for this one, believe it or not, is "Everybody Loves Raymond," because every season of Everybody Loves Raymond ended with an episode that was a flashback to when Raymond first met Deborah, his wife, or they first had their kids, or they first bought the house and the parents lived across the street. So there was that explanation, and this kind of really, I thought of that as we were, talking about this and what this one piece of art brought forth.
That's awesome.
Gotta love a happy accident.
Yeah, that's great. And the last one in here, I think, is an homage to Mary Tyler Moore.
That's okay.
Cool.
That's the art that will go in issue 3, at the end of issue 3, probably. Although these pieces of art that you've seen, F Troop and this one, that's the final line art, but actually it's not the finished piece. I'm going to be doing stuff with tones and textures and screens and whatnot.
This will all be in the second. Most of this is in the second issue.
The F Troop and the Pasty White Jews will be in the second issue. Mary Tyler Moore will be in issue 3.
Okay.
And Star Trek, all things Star Trek, will be issue 4. And then
which series of the Star Trek is your favorite? Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. What?
I was wondering which series, which series of Star Trek is your favorite?
Well, here's the thing. I love the original series because without it, we wouldn't have anything.
There is no other. Right, exactly. Right.
But the series I probably go back to the most, my favorite Star Trek series, Deep Space Nine. I just loved it. I
gotta watch that. Yeah, like that's one of the ones I've never seen, and like I keep telling my wife that we gotta go back and watch.
Give it a shot. You will not regret it.
I've seen
my best friend
Rex, but
his favorite.
Yeah.
So,
but that's Deep Space Nine is very like almost like Love Boat, because you can have characters come in, and on the station, you know what I mean? Like you can have like each week, and you can have somebody new appear on the show. You know what I mean? Because like they travel on. I guess you can have that with any.
I loved that. The thing I loved about that show was, it was the first time they did something really
different,
daring with that property. Let's not do a show about a ship that goes out. Let's make this space station, and the characters don't all get along. They some of them don't even like each other, and whatnot. And it really broke the mold of what we expected a Star Trek show to be.
And I love that Clayton Endicott III got his own TV show after Benson.
That's right.
Odo.
I actually found the Kickstarter video if you guys want to see the intro he made.
Yes, absolutely.
Right,
I'd love to.
Let me set it up here while we're talking here.
This is very cool.
Give me one sec.
Actually, speaking of Deep Space Nine, didn't The Rock show up in one of the episodes?
Yes, he did.
That's right.
No, that was Voyager. Oh,
no, that was Voyager. Yeah, that was Voyager. But the same idea where you could have that, like, Star of the Week kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, right. Like Love Boat.
All right, so you guys let's fire this up and check this out.
Go for it.
All right.
I was actually pretty proud of this.
Do you have the audio up, Keith?
Yeah.
He's got the CBS logo.
Yeah. Kind of regretting that one now.
I love it though.
There it is.
Awesome. That was so cool. I love
Thank
the riff on the Mama Cass song too.
Yeah.
That was really cool, man.
Yeah.
Great job, man. I loved it.
I was fortunate enough to find a karaoke version of that song.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
then
That's royalty free, right?
Is it royalty free?
I think so, right? Because you would have gotten flagged otherwise.
Well, I'm so small, I'm so indie, unknown,
Right.
who's really going to come after me? That kind of thing.
It was the perfect
So Dave, you're
sitcom song too.
Yeah.
Like it, has
It really fit. It really fit,
So
Harry-
you're from New England. So why did you? What's your affiliation with New York? Like, why did you choose that setting for your backdrop?
I'm born and raised in Massachusetts. I love New York City. I go there a lot when I want, or I haven't. And I'm a little overdue for my next visit. I haven't been there since COVID, but instead of taking bigger vacations, I just like to go into the city, catch up with some friends, see some galleries, a Broadway show, that kind of thing. I always felt very comfortable there.
Yeah.
And that setting, I just, maybe because it's a fantasy for me to want to live there, I said, something, I'll live that out, at least right now, through what I'm doing with being Gordy. And just, it's more of a colorful setting. Boston just wouldn't work for me, in terms of what I'm doing,
Yeah.
Are you, Dave, when you do the second issue, are you going to do a Kickstarter, or are you just going to release it?
I think I am going to do a Kickstarter, but I'm going to be doing a little differently.
Okay. When do you think you're going to start doing that, so we can kind of let the audience know?
Let's see. I want the issue to release this summer.
Okay.
So
you probably would have to do it sometime in the spring. So
yeah.
So I would encourage everybody watching this, if you like Dave's work, probably follow his newsletter to get updates when this is going to go live, right?
Yeah. I'm really good about
link
posting on social media. So either you can subscribe to my newsletter on Substack, or just follow me either on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and LinkedIn.
Okay. Just under your name, or is it under Being Gordy? Or
each one's different, so you just either type in Dave Gordon and you'll recognize.
You have a website too, right?
Yeah, beinggordy.com.
Okay, and you get all the links there, right?
And I got all the links there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Before we wrap this up, so we already did your top 5 sitcoms.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? And I'd love to hear Johnny's and Harry's as well, but what's the best sitcom intro and sitcom song? What's one that whenever it comes on, you always want to watch the intro?
I think the most powerful one.
What's that?
I think the most powerful one is Moving On Up, the Jefferson song, because that really gets you going. And also,
is that your favorite? I mean, it's powerful. But do you consider that one that
I'm gonna sitcom you're talking about, right? Sitcom?
Yeah.
He froze.
Froze
Yeah,
up.
he froze like a sitcom.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. All right.
That's all right.
Sorry. I would go with Perfect Strangers for me.
Perfect Strangers. That's a
Perfect
good one.
Strangers. Yes.
Good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Do you have one, Dave?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go. It's really probably won't be a surprise given the way I've talked, but it's either the Mary Tyler Moore Show or the Bob
That's a
Newhart
good
Show.
one. Yeah.
So whenever I hear those two songs, it just pulls me in immediately.
Yeah, that's great.
know?
Johnny, you have one?
Well, I mentioned it earlier. It's Married with Children. You got
Yeah,
Sinatra.
that's a great one.
Yeah.
You got Sinatra, and then the whole intro tells you everything you need to know about the show.
Yeah.
It's poor Al on the couch
Yeah.
handing out cash to everybody,
Yeah.
right? Like
He loves
that's it.
Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
Oh, Laverne and Shirley's a really good
That's a
one.
good
too.
one
Oh,
too. That
yes.
one changed a lot. The one thing with the Married with Children, I want to say, Johnny, I hate when in the reruns when they cut it right after the logo. And
Oh yeah,
the part where he's giving out the money, that drives
right.
me crazy. I hate that shit.
Yeah, and I hate when like in syndication they have the Sinatra song, but when you buy the Blu-rays and the DVDs, it's some like knockoff because they didn't want to pay the Sinatra estates.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's
yeah.
so bad. I cringe every time I hear the fake version.
Yeah. Cheers song. Everyone said.
Yeah.
You know which one I love, and then me and Amy always we think is very funny, because she calls it irreverent frivolity, is Bosom Buddies.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
yeah.
Plus it's got the Billy Joel song, and that's
Yeah.
also
Right.
a great one. But like Tom
My
Hanks and was it Peter Scolari? Is that the
Scolari,
guy?
yep.
yeah.
Scolari's
Yeah,
the other guy.
Yep. Yep.
They're just doing all kinds of crazy things, and it's just fun to watch. And like, I even love when Paul Rudd and Adam reshot it frame for frame. Did you guys
Oh,
ever see that?
Yeah,
So funny.
yeah, it's good.
Good stuff. That was one of my favorite sitcom intros. Was that one? You know, because the song is so epic, and then also everything going on in the intro is great too.
The way
It's
they-
not a
I love-
sitcom, but I did shout out to Peacemaker season 1 and 2 for that matter.
Oh God, yeah.
Yes,
The
yeah,
intro on
that's right, yeah.
Peacemaker. That was one of the few ones where it's like I wouldn't skip the intro. I'd watch it
Exactly.
Yeah,
each
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
just because it's just
Yeah.
like there's so much
It was
going
just
on.
so good. It was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
so good.
Good stuff.
Hey, Dave,
Well,
Dave,
Dave,
have
it was,
you ever had a chance? Well, one last question. I want to.
Okay.
Have you ever met any of your heroes, like sitcom heroes, or favorite?
That's a good
like,
question.
That is a good
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Years ago, when let's see, when New England Mega Fest was at the Framingham Sheraton, which is like 15 minutes
Right,
from
yep.
me.
Yeah. Remember
I used to
that?
go to those.
One year they had
Yeah.
Barbara Eden, I Dream a Genie.
Oh yes.
But I got really psyched because they then booked Bill Daly, who was Major Healy
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
in
Yep.
I Dream a Genie.
Yep.
But also then he went and did, he was Howard the neighbor on the Bob Newhart show.
Oh, yeah.
So this
yeah.
is like,
Yeah, right.
huge
Double
thing for
whammy.
me.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I went, I met him, and it's so great when you meet one of your heroes and they do not disappoint.
Yeah.
He was just lovely and charming and talkative.
Mhm.
And we had this great conversation, and he looked at me and smiled and said, from here, I'm going back on an airplane back to home to California, and I'm getting together with Bob and the few others that are still surviving of that show to do a documentary interview for the full series release of the Bob Newhart show, which I didn't even know about. And I was just like, oh, thank God. Yes, we need that. I need that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Harry, did you ever meet any sitcom people? I remember Tony Danza. I met briefly.
I know. Well, remember that I met him. I think at the same show as you. I think he was at Tony Danza. I drew a Alyssa Milano logo or cookie.
Yeah.
I took the packaging for Milano cookies and I redrew it with Alyssa Milano on one of the cookies. And then I asked Keith, I actually asked you, I'm like, should I go up to Tony Danza and show him this? He's like, Harry, don't. Actually, you know what? Do it, because it could be a funny story. I'm like, all right. So I went up to Tony Danza and I showed him the drawing, and I'm like, hey, Mr. Danza, check out this drawing I did. And it's like, and then like he takes off his glasses, and it's like, well, you're not the first person to ever think of that. I'm like, true, but I'm the first person to do it though. Because I always. So
he was a nice guy too. I remember talking to him.
He was nice, yeah.
You know who I had I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know who I had
he did a little like a performance too. Sorry, I'm in a delay. Yeah, but go ahead. Sorry.
You know who I had a wonderful experience with? Loretta Swit from MASH.
Oh, okay.
I had her assign two things: my MASH box set and my Love Boat box set, because she was in an early episode of that. And she looked at that, smiled, and looked at me and started reminiscing about her early days in acting in New York City with her friend Gavin MacLeod, and how she ended up introducing him to his wife because they all worked together in theater. And hearing stories like that, first person, it's just mind blowing to me, and it was just wonderful. She was a lovely human being.
For me, the best sitcom people I met were Joyce DeWitt and Priscilla Barnes from Three's Company.
Jealous.
I know. I have a signed Joyce DeWitt picture somewhere in my house.
Wonderful.
And the thing that sucks though is like I'll never get the John Ritter one. The John Ritter signature.
Well, what's that? The new show with Matlock with what's her name as Matlock? Kathy Bates. Jason Ritter. John Ritter's son is on that. He looks exactly like his dad.
Yeah,
like spitting. Oh my god, like scary.
Yeah, it really is.
But
really.
But you mentioned Star Trek earlier. I met Uhura. What's her name? I can't think of her
Michelle
name.
Nichols.
Michelle Nichols, right? At a local convention here, and she's like, "Oh, okay, do that thing that I couldn't do it at the time, So she's like, I can't do it. It's like, what? You can't do it? I'm like, I can't. I could never do that. And I've been practicing ever since that that meeting. But then she held my hand open in that style to do that. So
takes practice, man. I'm telling you, it takes practice.
I can do it now. But it was the coolest picture because she was like sitting in the picture with me and her. She's like holding my hand open like that. Like, how cool is that? Like Michelle
That is
Nichols,
pretty cool.
Johnny, you must have met some cool sitcom people in your travels. I mean, you meet a lot.
I'm probably forgetting half of the people I've met, but I know, like I did, like I worked with the con men who were doing like the interviews and stuff, so I got to interview like Henry Winkler, which was amazing.
Okay. Oh wow!
You know what I mean?
Oh,
God, who else am I? I'm thinking straight, like trying to think straight, like sitcom, like one of the I met Donald Glover, but he was on Community sitcom, but not the traditional sitcom. So that was like one of my favorite ones.
It was a good show.
It was a great show.
So in speaking to him, I asked him, because this was the very early days. It's like it just debuted on NBC, and I was going to a premiere of his very first movie, and I was like, "What's it like to work with Chevy Chase?" And he goes, "Exactly how you expect it to be." And it's just like I'll never forget that line, because you're just like, he told me exactly everything I need to know about Chevy Chase.
Right.
That one thing.
With a very, very subtle statement there.
Yes.
Smart answer. Wow.
I guess everything they say about him is true. I guess he's really
there. You go. Although a big shout out to the documentary that just came out.
I got to see
I'm
that.
Chevy Chase and you're not. It's great. Watch it.
Is it good?
It's so good. And I watched it too. You know how like there's like Barbenheimer. You watch these two movies that are like perfectly paired.
Yeah.
You have to watch I'm Not Chevy Chase. Oh, I'm Chevy Chase. You're not first. And then you have to watch I Like Me, the John Candy story.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, that's such a good pairing. And it's like, here's this guy where you watch like this hour-and-a-half documentary where nobody has anything good to say about him.
Yeah.
And then you watch the John Candy one. It's like nobody has anything bad to say about the guy.
Yeah.
It's so
that's interesting.
awesome.
Where can you see
portrayals.
the Chevy Chase one? I'd like to watch that.
It's CNN, I think.
on CNN, but you can find it on my Plex, Keith.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely polar opposites. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Polar opposites.
Awesome. Well, I had a great time on this.
This was a
episode.
great
It was
show.
A lot of
This was
fun,
fun.
Dave.
It was such
nice
a pleasure
chatting
talking to
with
you guys. Really,
Yeah.
this was
Yeah,
wonderful.
really.
Thank you for
really,
taking time out of your day.
Oh,
Yeah,
my pleasure's all
absolutely.
mine. Pleasure's all mine. I hope we see each other at a comic convention soon. Keith, you know I'm doing Plastic City again.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that show.
Johnny will be there. Harry will
I'll be a
there.
plastic. I'll
Hey.
see you.
Yeah. so-
And I'll be doing my first outing for the year will be Northeast Comic Con in March.
Okay.
And actually, I'll be tabling for the first time at Terrificon this summer.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
That's kind
We'll
of a
probably
big
see you at that show too.
Yeah. So
Um,
I'm around.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you somewhere, I'm sure, this
Yeah,
year. You know,
yeah.
so. But Dave, thanks for coming on the show. Everybody go to beinggordy.com, check that out. Sign up for the newsletter on Substack, and then look for the Kickstarter sometime this spring
Yeah.
for volume 2.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have volume 1 on there as well. So if people that are new can
Absolutely.
pick both up, yeah, that'd be
Oh, yeah.
great.
Oh yeah.
Highly recommend. We've all read it. We think it's amazing. And if you love classic sitcoms, you definitely should pick this book up. So
100%.
Thank you guys. Really, this was a
yeah,
pleasure.
Dave. All right, man. We'll have a great night.
Nice meeting you.
And we'll see you at a convention sometime this year. So
Definitely.
all
Definitely.
right,
Have a great
Dave.
night.
Have a good one.
Be
All
good.
All right.
Have a-
Talk to you.
have a good
Talk
night.
to you later. All right. Bye. That's awesome.
That's
man.
good. What a set of hair, too. The guy's got great hair.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I wish.
He's good. I really enjoyed the comic, and
That was a great conversation, too.
And I like what he's doing, so I'll definitely look forward to issue 2.
He kind of. I didn't want to embarrass. I didn't want to embarrass him, but in a way, he kind of sounded like Bill Murray almost a little bit. His voice, a little bit.
A little bit.
If
I
you
could
think
see
about it.
that a little
See
bit.
that? Yeah.
I wouldn't. Why would you find? Why?
Yeah.
Why would you think you'd find that embarrassing? Like,
Well,
I think
don't
that would be a
know. It's
compliment.
Well, it would be for me, but he kind of sounds, either Bill Murray or Bill Murray doing Garfield.
You know,
Garfield.
it's funny.
Wow.
You think people would find like something like that complimentary? I remember telling somebody, "Oh, your book reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy," and they took complete offense to it.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
and their book very much was like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I wonder why.
Well,
Like,
maybe-
I wonder why.
maybe because
Because
they
maybe
probably
you
want
want
to
to
be
stand on
original.
their own
right?
terms.
I gotcha.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
that happens. Did you guys, gents, have anything to promote tonight, or?
Well, I sent you my link. I don't know if you got it.
Oh
but,
yeah, Harry.
Harry does.
Sure.
I
Just in case you guys want to buy a shirt or are interested in looking at it.
Yeah, this is you made a T-shirt of the Stranger Things parody.
Yeah,
you
last
made.
week I showed
which
you the
we featured it
drawing.
last
Yeah.
week, right?
I actually
Yep.
finished
So this
it
finale-
now too. So
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
watch.
and yeah,
I'm
what do you
way
think-
behind, so I don't know
what
dick
do-
about
what do
squat
you think
about
of it?
Stranger Things.
what did I think of
What
it?
do you think of it? Yeah. Really?
It was okay. It was okay. Honestly, I feel like that show overstayed its welcome by one season. To be honest with
Yeah.
you.
Were you mad at the
but he-
ending? The pick your own
Well,
ending?
no. So I like those characters a lot, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was fine with the ending. Like I feel like, that's something that it felt satisfactory to me. Like I
Right,
wasn't
I think-
like,
I
oh
think
my
they did
god, there's gonna
more-
be a secret 9th episode. Like everyone
Yeah.
or
Right.
whatever. But
I think they did more in that finale than most shows do in their finale, and they left it wide open for a possible, even a movie one day. Who knows? I don't even know. They could revisit that if they wanted to,
Yeah, I mean they have that animated show that's coming.
Right.
This
There's like
year,
three other
which-
spin-offs. So, yeah.
but like I feel like the show should have been done on season 4 and ended on a high note, whereas this season
Mhm.
feels like them just trying to figure out an ending rather than, I don't know, it just every
So you don't
problem
think they
you
should have
heard
been-
about it I think is absolutely correct. Like
Yeah. So you don't think they should have been 20-year-olds riding their bikes around trying to solve mysteries
I think it should have been
and,
that.
and wearing like And wearing obvious wig flat tops to show them that they're still kind of
It just like I think I told you guys last week what I thought the problem was like every season felt like it was amping up, and then to do Vecna again was just the wrong move. There should have been something bigger and crazier as the final thing, you know, like, or if your Vecna's your final guy, it should have been ended last season where
Vecna should have been teased at the end of last season and then debuted this season.
Just felt like everything was going this way, and then this season just went flat, you know, like that's what it wasn't a chore to sit through, but it wasn't like exciting like the other seasons were. I was bored a lot of the time, and it was way too long and too many characters now too. And they spend the whole season keeping them all apart, and then they have to come together.
I know,
it's like
that's what.
Come on,
that's what made me angry about The Walking Dead. You know, like there's like so many characters, but they all split up. There was never an episode where they're all together.
Yeah,
you know?
Because they could never get them all together on their schedules. They had to film them like all separately. You know,
craziness.
That's coherently.
I say if you're a big fan, it's worth watching just to see how it ends, but it's not great. It's a step backwards. I think, you know, it jumped the shark.
I mean, I love all the side characters, like you know, like the guy with the glasses there, like not Morty, what's his name? Murray, like Murray.
Which guy was that? The guy that's conspiracy
Murray,
guy.
with the beard. Yeah, like he's kind of funny.
Yeah, I like that
him.
guy when he's in like comedy stuff. He's a comedian and things like that, you know?
Right. Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah, he's funny. Like I like that guy. But here's Harry's shirt. Let me show that off.
Yeah, let's pull that up.
So now this is on.
I think I even said I'd buy that shirt. I just gotta make sure you got my size, Harry.
Yeah, it's like you can get it on Redbubble now.
Hopefully they do. Yeah.
Have you?
I don't know why I
sold
chose
any?
this. I don't believe so. No, but I just put it on there a few days ago, so it might need some more promoting or whatever. But you know, it's just in case. I've sold actually my Alyssa Milano is on here somewhere. You can show that. But
is it really? All right. Is it just like this?
I think it's under my store or whatever. There she is, the first one.
There you go.
So that one has sold the most without any real promotion. It's sold a lot.
I can't scroll down for some reason. Oh, there it goes.
That's weird.
There you go.
There we go.
No, this
about as close as I can get.
This drawing would have been awesome.
Reminds me of Gary. I think I told you this a long time ago. Reminds me of Wacky Packages, the stickers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know, where they took a real product and changed it into something else. You know,
right? A spoof of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, spoof of it. Yeah,
my only regret is I didn't throw the "Who's the Boss" van in the background, but I guess I still can at some point. I can go back and.
You should have put it where the farm was.
Yeah, with the farm, it's the van.
Yeah, Pepperidge Fans or something.
It's actually I had to change the name so I'm gonna get in trouble. It's like Peckeridge Farm. So
you have a lot on here, man.
Yeah,
Parks and Recs. I love that.
Yeah, well, my little nephew. I was trying to show him how. Yeah,
that's a good one.
If I were to do, I do that. If I were to do a Doctor Who Mount Rushmore, who would I pick? And these are the four, because obviously the first guy, because he looks like, you know, George Washington, you know, William Hartnell. The second guy, Paul McGann, he's like he's the movie doctor. He only did one movie, then he became the longest running audiobook doctor. So he had to be on there because he's different. And then of course Tom Baker, he's a guy. Without him, there wouldn't be Doctor Who would have ended with the fourth Doctor right there. And then David Tennant is like probably David Tennant and Tom Baker are probably my two tied for first, my favorite Doctor of all time, because like from their neck up, they were so animated, you know, like Tom Baker had the giant eyes and the giant teeth and the curly hair and like the personality, you know, same as David Tennant, like the eyes and the personality and the you know, this at the neck above. It was amazing. You know, these guys were awesome actors. Like those two guys saved the series.
That's a good idea though for something like that. That would
Well,
be
I
cool.
remember I went to a
if you did it,
convention.
like for like a James Bond too. Like
Well, the
who's
thing
like
is, I went to Boston Comic Con 1 year, and there was a guy who specialized. He did his whole thing was Mount Rushmore drawing. He did like the Golden Girls. He did like the best for baseball players of all time, like basketball players, like And I'm like, hey, and that's why I walked up to him like, hey, do you have one of Doctor Who? He's like, no, not yet. I'm like, oh, actually, I have one. He's like, oh, you're an artist too. He gave me a hat too.
Yeah, as soon as you pulled back the
sorry,
curtain,
dude.
he was done. He's
Yeah,
like, oh,
you don't want
Yeah,
nothing
right, right, exactly.
Um,
Making friends wherever I go.
Yeah. The only thing I got going on really is just a lot of lettering work. I started lettering Brian's comic, Johnny. Like
so I was gonna ask. I actually have to. He wanted me to give notes on it, and I still haven't. Like I've started doing it, but I just haven't had the chance to catch up yet.
I'll probably be done lettering by the time you get
By
to
the time I get to it, yeah. I
Well,
told him I'd have it to him by tomorrow, so it'll be tonight.
Okay. Well,
What do you
what
think
I
of it
did
so
was,
far?
as I was going through, like I'm probably about halfway done. But I've been kind of redoing a lot of his grammar and getting rid of some of the redundancy. Not rewriting a lot of it. Some of it I keep the dialogue, but I did rewrite some of it that I thought was like redundant or
Right.
so you might have found the stuff that I already.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll red circle note those notes when I see them. But
Yeah, actually, you know what? When I finish it, I'll send you the finished pages.
okay.
And then maybe you could say, hey, this is what I did here, and then let me know. I gotta admit, Tanner's art on this one. I mean, I always like
Amazing.
Tanner's art, but it looks, that 2-page spread. Did you see it?
Amazing.
Oh my
Amazing.
god.
So I even told Brian, I was like, look, I'm still like, because I read the script and then I looked at the pages, but I didn't look at the script and the pages, and that's really what you're supposed to do, right? Is look at both and see how it lines up. So I told him I need to do that explicitly. But as I was flipping through the pages, I'm like, man, this is a book that like Source Point would pick up easily.
Yeah, 100%.
And this is his first fucking book.
Right?
You know what I
And
mean? Like
the
both
best
these, yeah, like Brian's first book, and then Tanner's got only just a few books under his belt. Like it's a beautiful piece of work. They both knocked it out of the park, and I'm wicked proud
Tanner
of the both
has
of them.
though too. He's got that he's not just a great artist, but the storytelling is on point and like
amazing. Yeah,
it like you almost don't need the dialogue. You know what's going on the entire time. So
yeah,
I kind of did what Brian had for dialogue, but I kind of, like I said, I added my own things. And hopefully he likes it. I'll probably have it for him by the end of the week. I'm hoping.
yeah.
And then maybe I can send them to you guys both. And then,
I think it's beautiful the way it looks. Like I said, I just want to compare the two side by side and just see if I can give it.
What is the name of the
It's kind of tough too, because I'm at a stage where like everything's already out there. So for me to give notes would be like a problem.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean?
He probably consulted you before he handed me the script.
Right. And he may have. It's been hard to get things done.
Yeah. What is the name of the comic? Do you know? Like, I don't even.
Exowaddle.
Okay, that's the name of it. Okay, yeah, because I saw that and I was like, is that the title? That's okay. The one, so it's funny because he is a first time comic book creator. So as I'm going through the script, I'm like, he didn't label which guy is which, so I'm like trying to figure it out by like the way the story's unfolding.
Oh yeah.
And so I had to write myself notes like, this guy's this dude with the hat, and then this guy with the wife beater.
Exactly.
So I wrote notes on my lettering table so I know who these characters are. But great stuff. And I'm also working on Rob's new book, the Psycho KO, Rob Feldman.
Oh yeah. Cool.
He's got a new book called, or I think it's an old character of his called Dr. Shroud. Who's sort of
that's
like
familiar.
Sort of like a vampire type character or something.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
working
very
on
familiar.
that.
I think I saw that at like somewhere along the line.
And then I'm also working on the Ryan Santos book. So it's funny. They hired me to do lettering on issue 1. Then I didn't hear anything. I guess they had someone else do the lettering on issue 2. And then they brought me back for 3, 4, and 5
because they saw the difference.
Yes, that's exactly
That's
it. I don't know
100%
if they
what it
got
is.
somebody to do it for free or something, but
Yeah,
I don't want to say it was
You're
bad.
like-
I've seen worse,
yeah,
but it wasn't. It was very different from what I did. So it's like you can see how it's jarring between issues. So Ryan was, I was like, give me issue 2. Since you did that pinup for me for free, I'll re-letter 2 for free. So I'm working that on the side, and then I'm going to hand it to him. So when they do the trade paperback, they have, the same letterer on all of it, and it'll look nice. And I think they're going to do the Filbo thing, which I'm also preparing for that, which that's been kind of.
Your plate's full. That's why I can't ask you to letter anything yet, Keith. Your plate's too full.
Johnny, if anything, do you need something soon, or
I'm Surrounded by Death 3, actually.
is it almost ready?
Well, so the way I have it set up is that my artist, he's got the first half done and colored and everything.
Yeah.
So it just has to be lettered. And then after the campaign hits, that's where he's going to do the other half.
Okay.
So I basically have the first half ready.
Okay. Yeah. And plus you'd want that completed for the Kickstarter too.
Right.
I'd say send it to me. I'll work it in like once these 3 projects are done. I'll start.
I still have stuff I got to do, like in terms of like, the side-by-side comparison and notes. But,
okay.
When the time's right. But I'm glad now's not the time because you're very busy.
Well, Johnny, I would say send it to me anyways, because when I like to have stuff ready to go,
At any given moment.
Yes.
Yeah, I just ready to go. Yeah, I hear you.
Because
I hear you.
Yeah, and so like I can juggle 3 books doing like various things on each, but also, what was I going to say? Like when I have those dead spots, I can work other things in. Like there's a guy that will send me like he tweets a lot and he tags me. There's a book that called Journey Through Black Skies. And he'll send me like 3 pages every 3 weeks or something, and I'll work those into my workload and just do those on the side. So I could do something like that,
Right on.
And then did I tell you guys I was lettering for a Hollywood guy doing a so there's a movie that came out with Michael J. White.
Oh yes.
And
told me about
Mike
this.
Epps and a couple of the like it's called Trouble Man.
Yeah.
And the producer and the guy that wrote that movie sent me the screenplay, or he's trying to turn it into a graphic novel. But this guy's connected. Like he did like the Dennis Cowan art book and all this. So he's got his foot in both Hollywood and comic books. So I've been doing a lot of work for him. And he's sent me all these short stories he did. A lot of them are great. Like the artwork is unbelievable. Oh, just these cool ass like black characters that are like a black samurai guy that reminded me of like Ghost Dog. And then like there's this other character he has that's like a detective, but like for this railroad. It's good stuff.
Very cool.
His name's Michael Stradford. And I like working for him. He's knows what he wants.
Railroad.
What's that?
Speaking of railroad, you like the John Henry of like comics now or lettering, because like you're like working so hard.
I've gotten to the point where I've had to like slow people down like a little bit because people and I'm also any new person that I'm taking on, I've kind of raised my rates a little bit for going forward.
Oh, good.
But older people and friends still can have my old rate, but like newer clients, I gotta probably bump it up a little bit.
Well, inflation too. I mean, everything's gone up.
Inflation, but also I feel like I'm at a professional level now.
100%. Right. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right.
100% Keith.
Right.
Yeah. So,
are you kidding me?
Yeah. So like I feel like it's worth charging a little bit.
Yeah,
Especially like
yeah, for sure.
Glass House Pictures or remember when Mike Diodato came on with Dave Campetti?
Yeah,
He pays me at pro rates. So I feel like, all right, well, I gotta do that.
Yeah.
Retro says, Keith, did you start with the Filbo registration? So I'm gonna my first solicitation with Filbo will probably be in the February catalog. I'm trying to put all that stuff together now. I'm also trying to decide if I want to do a variant cover for issue 1. And what I think I'm going to do
specifically for it.
What's that?
A variant specifically for the distribution.
Yeah. What I think I'm going to do is I have that awesome Chris Giarusso cover he did for me way back on my first campaign or for Mighty Mascots, where it was like it looks like a cereal box cover. He made like 3 different versions of that cover, and when Alterna put it out, they kind of messed up what he had done. So I'm thinking of putting out the original version, so that way it doesn't take away from the Kickstarter version that I gave, and it's a completely different version of the same cover.
Right.
So I'm thinking of doing that, and like that'll be my only variant because I'm not going to do a variant for every issue. But
there's no point in doing that when you're for that kind of thing.
Yeah, especially with distribution, you're not making a lot of money, so it's like it makes no sense to do a variant every issue.
Yeah, on Kickstarter it's one thing, but like like distribution, no. That's what sank Marvel.
Yeah, 100%. Well, they're still doing it, dude. They're still doing a ton of covers.
They're like, oh, this didn't kill us in the 90s. Let's repeat it again.
You know who's worse than Marvel though is Dynamite. Dynamite is awful with covers. Yeah. Like they are the worst.
It's like they never learned the lesson.
No. You know how it's always like cover A, cover B, cover C. Dynamite goes through the entire alphabet and then has more on top of that. It's like fucking ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. The only time I bought all the covers was that last Punisher one where they did all those awesome covers.
Yeah, they didn't do too many though for that one, right? It was only like three or four,
but it was all of them were equally cool. Like there was like and
they probably had the incentive ones. Like, oh god,
I had all bag
Mighty Mascots. No way, dude. Can you imagine? Oh my god, that's the one thing I hate in the comics right now is the blind bag stuff.
Blind bag, no.
It's too much.
Because it's just a riff on the whole mystery box. And I never liked mystery boxes anyway, because basically it's like, how can I unload all my junk with one small premium item?
Yep.
That's what a mystery box is.
We got Robert Kirkman to blame for the blind bag thing because he was the first one to do it. Now everyone's doing it.
Right.
Yeah. You should see there's guys that go ape shit for him at the store though. Like, we'll get hundreds of copies of that shit in. Hundreds, dude. It's insane.
It's a gimmick.
It is.
It's a gimmick. It's a gimmick that's working right now for some reason.
Yeah, it's a blight, man. I can't stand it. Every time I see him, I'm like, oh god, here we go again. The Mark Spears is one of the worst too. Yeah, Retro Days gets it. Mark Spears, beautiful artist. The stuff he paints is unbelievable, but like, god, so many covers.
The gimmicks. Yeah,
exactly. So, but anyways, that's all I got for this week. Johnny, you have well, that was some news. You have half of Surrounded by Death.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, what it's it's news, but not really news.
No, it is. It'll
be news when I have the landing page of the Kickstarter up.
Oh, okay.
Do we have any breaking news? Do we have any breaking news sound effects we can play for?
Johnny's we completely forgot the sound effects.
I know. We always forget it. I have it on the page here, but I forget. Yeah, right. Like the applause.
We need the we need to get like the Fox News alert, like
yeah, right.
Breaking.
Or we could get one of the ones that marked in Fox News, like that. Yeah. Oh, so funny. But no, I think that was a little bit of news though, Johnny. You had mentioned that most. I remember you mentioned that the artist was working on it, but I didn't know half of it's done. That's pretty awesome.
I thought he was going to take a lot longer, and I thought I was going to have the spinoff ready before issue 3, but that's not the case at all.
Will both of them be done soon, or?
Yeah, but I've debated on whether I want to double up the campaign or just do them individually, and I think I want to keep them individual because they are, in fact, very different individual stories, even though they are both
cannibalized from yourself too, right?
What's that?
Plus, you'd be cannibalizing for yourself from yourself too.
Right, and I can do the spin-off. I can do issue 3 Second Chance campaign through the spin-offs campaign.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I'm out. I gotta figure out another thing I can promote. I'll be on Catch the Craze tomorrow night. I booked with George a while ago, so if you guys aren't sick of me here, you can see me on that show tomorrow night with and I think Sam's coming on our show soon too.
Nice. Well, he's promoting a new book.
Yeah, so it'd be nice to talk to him. I haven't seen him we haven't seen Sam in a while.
Yeah, for sure.
George we still see all the time. Actually, I was messaging him this week about barcodes and all that for Filbo. I messaged him yesterday actually because we need to get our money in for New York. Oh, already? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Did you book anything already for this year, or do you have anything? San Diego's prepaid, and New York is getting down paid this month. Yeah. I haven't booked Terrificon yet. I haven't booked. I'm gonna do Terrificon soon too. I haven't booked C2E2 yet. Okay. And that's like very close. Isn't that March? Yeah, so it's very close. So I have to figure that out. Are you just going to that show, or are you? I might just go because I don't have a table opportunity yet, and I like going to Chicago. I like that convention. Yeah. So I wouldn't mind going. Okay. And then maybe going for less time, because if I'm only going to go to the show, I don't have to go early, so it's less hotel time. Shorter period, less time off work. There's a couple of variables there. Yeah, I know. I think this year, if the amount of work that I'm getting right now continues, I'm probably gonna not do a bunch of shows this year, because just to be away from that for a day, and you don't know if the show is going to be successful or not. Right. It's harder to take a gamble on a new show. Yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? I also have Dragon's Realm, the one in Danbury, right. When's that one again? Yeah, that one's soon, right? March. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, as much as 22nd, 23rd, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's right. As much as I'd like to do a different show this year, like Baltimore or something, I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see. It's hard financially. Money is tight. Yeah. And then sometime either, I don't know, probably not till next year or so. I'd love to do a show over in the UK. I would love to make it happen. I've thought about that recently again. Yeah. More to go to UK rather than be at a convention, but I would go to just do to see what that audience is like. That's the purpose, but to go to the UK and see that, it would be cool, right? Yeah, exactly. I would love to do that. So something. I've dabbled with the idea of going to one of the London all-ins. I was like, just to go for the show. You know what I mean? And maybe even try to go and just not even get a hotel. Go show up that day, go to the thing, and then go to the airport. Maybe even sleep at the airport that night, and then just go, next day, kind of thing. Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be cool just to go. Oh shit! Just to see that. Oh, that'd be awesome, actually. Yeah, that stadium too. Just to see that. I went to Wembley Stadium. Yeah, that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up, because once we get into wrestling talk, forget about it. We'll be here all night. Oh, yeah. Right. We'll wrap it up here. Everybody, thanks for checking us out as always. Subscribe, share. Read some comics, everybody. That's what this is all about. And we appreciate you checking us out. And now we're back on our regular schedule. So we're off next Monday, but we'll be back the Monday after that. And join us as always. And check out the channel Wednesday for the demo that we did on the show for the Majesty Reader. And me and Johnny have been blown away, even Harry, blown away by this software that's coming for digital comics.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a game changer, next level kind of stuff. And
But let's not
It's very
forget.
Star Trekian.
Yep. But let's
Yeah.
not forget
Very
our friends at
futuristic.
Global Comics.
yes, and then if you're watching us on Global Comics, we appreciate
Comics
that
Watch.
as well.
Yep.
I started trying to tag everything Global Comics too. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember to do that every time. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's it, everybody. Guys, any last words before I close this one out?
Just live long and prosper, everybody.
There you go.
good one.
There you go.
That's a
All
good
right,
one for
guys.
this.
All right, have a great week, everybody, and we'll
Bye.
talk to you later. Good night.
Have a good night.